Today I'm going to be doing a transmission service on a 2019 F150 with a 10-speed. I'll put in the description and the title all the years that this will apply to, but I'm going to be doing this a little bit different than you might see other people doing. And primarily what I'm going to be doing differently is I'm not going to be dropping the pan and changing the filter. Now you can do your own research, and if you don't want to service it this way, that is totally fine. You should service it however you feel most comfortable with it. And so if this video doesn't apply to you, feel free to check out those other videos, dropping the pan. The reason that I'm doing it this way on this one is because it is, in my opinion, not necessary to change the filter, or at least not at every fluid change. So there again, if you don't agree with that, feel free to watch those other videos, do it that way yourself. But the reason that I don't think it's necessary is because the filter is primarily catching debris that maybe it was introduced into the system during the manufacturing process, and it is not actually filtering out clutch material that is suspended in the transmission fluid. So by simply changing out the transmission fluid, you're going to address 98% of the problem. You will never have a filter that clogs because of clutch material that is getting caught in it. That just at that point your transmission's shot already. If you've got that much clutch material, big chunks of things, you're in a different category here. This is just a simple maintenance, and we're going to replace a couple gallons of fluid, and we're going to get a lot of that old dirty fluid out with that clutch material suspended in it. So that's what we're going to be doing. This is a very DIY friendly task. Unlike if you drop the pan, there's a lot of stuff you need to do to drop the pan. So it's great that, in my opinion, you don't have to. So that's what I'm going to be showing you in this video. You really only need a couple simple things. I've got a 3/4 inch wrench, I've got a small pump, and then I've got some Ford Mercon ULV, ultra low viscosity fluid. That is what is spec'd out for this specific transmission. And I have 13 quarts of it. The manual says it takes 13.1, but from what I hear, I'm expecting it to be more like 8 to 10. We're going to find out. I'm also going to put that info down in the description. So let's get started. So here we are underneath the transmission. Here is the front of the vehicle, and this is the passenger side over here. If you look up in here, you can see where the cap is that we need to remove to get to the dipstick and to get to the fluid. The funny thing about it is that in the Ford manual, it actually says that there's not a dipstick on this transmission, but that is not true. It is right under the cap. When we pull the cap out, the dipstick will come with it. We're going to take our 3/4 inch wrench and put it right on that cap, and we're just going to put some force on it to unscrew it. And once you get it broken free, there's a little O-ring in there that kind of offers some resistance. Once we get it broken free, then we can easily take it out by hand. Pull it out, and there is our dipstick and cap. Now I've got my little hand pump in here, and I've got it aimed into a bucket down below, and we're going to take the inlet end and we're going to feed it right down into the hole where that cap and dipstick were. I'm going to feed it in until I feel it hit the bottom, and then I'm just going to start pumping this thing, and we can monitor the fluid as it comes out to see what it looks like. And I'll move it around a couple times just to make sure I've pulled as much fluid out as I can. I've got as much pumped out of this as I could get, and measuring the bucket, we've calculated that it is about 1.5 gallons. It's about 6 quarts that I've pulled out. And this thing has 65,000 miles on it, and it isn't red. It is not dirty, but it's dirtier than you might expect. And so what we're going to do, and I wasn't necessarily planning on doing this right off the bat, but because I have 13 quarts of fluid, I'm going to refill the transmission, and I'm going to do this again. I'm going to start it up and run it for maybe 30 seconds tops, and then we're going to pump out the pan again and refill it again and try and get as much fluid out of this. We're kind of going to do a hybrid, like drain refill / flush here. We're going to use the same pump, and we're going to pump new fluid in, and then we're going to start it up. I've got the pump flipped around. I'm sucking out of the transmission fluid jug and pumping it back into the transmission. I've put 5 quarts in. I don't want to run out of transmission fluid, so we're actually just going to do on this first fill 5 quarts. I'm going to put the dipstick and cap back in, Just go hand tight with that. Now I'm going to start it up and run it for 20 to 30 seconds and shift it into neutral, drive, and reverse, and back into park, and shut it off. Now we'll take the cap back off. And pump the old fluid out again. We've got the pump flipped back around, and now we're going to fill it back up again. I'm going to remove the fill tube here. I'm going to put just the dipstick in, put that down all the way, and I'm going to start it up, shift through the gears, put it back in park and idle, and then we're going to check the level. Now you need to be careful because the catalytic converter right here is going to get extremely hot very quickly. So we're going to pull this dipstick tube out and wipe it off, and then we're going to insert it back in and see where we're at. We're going to try one more time here. So in this particular application, it's hard to see in real life, and I'm sure especially on the camera, but we've got a number 5 and a number 6 here on the dipstick. There's several different kinds of dipsticks, but on this one we've got the 5 and the 6. We're targeting between those up at full operating temperature. This thing came in off the road and we serviced it while it was warm, and now that we've had it running a few minutes, it is definitely warm. The coolant lines coming down to the cooler are hot. You don't want to touch any of this stuff. And so we might not be at full operating temperature, but we're very close to it. So if we fall anywhere between 5 and 5.5, I feel like that's going to be about appropriate for the current temperature. So we're going to dip this in here, make sure we get it all the way down, take it out, and we are right between the 5 and the 6. We'll try one more time. So that is exactly where we want it on this dipstick. So the last thing to do is put the dipstick back in the cap, screw this down, and then take our wrench and snug it back down. Now we're ready to drop this thing down, and it's good for probably another 50,000 to 60,000 miles before the next transmission service.